There's Petco Park on a fine night for baseball here on the show. The Midsummer Classic between the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special coverage of the Major League Baseball All-Star Game here on the show. I'll be joined in the booth by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, but before we turn to them, let's turn to the results of the fan voting for this year's All-Star starters, as close to 400 million votes were cast online to come up with the gentleman you see right here. Final preparations being made down on the field. We've got a fun night in store. It's the Major League All-Star Game on the show, and it comes your way next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, the National League All-Stars.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two men named by their managers to get the ball here to begin this All-Star game. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, I think they have to understand where they're playing. This is a great pitcher's ballpark, so you're not going to go out there trying to hit the light towers with everything you swing at. Make solid contact, move the line, and play a little bit more small ball.
Max Scherzer, a Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
And with that, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Joey Votto is recognized as a great, actually an elite offensive player, but he's one of the better defensive first basemen as well. He's won a Gold Glove. He's got quick reflexes, soft hands, and most important, does not make mental mistakes out in the field.
Troy Tulowitzki is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 7:05.
Hit in the air out to left. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1. And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
You know, I'm looking for a big performance out of that guy in that 6th spot. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him. Whether it's the 1st inning with nobody out or the 9th inning with 2 outs, his approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Scherzer looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Manny Machado comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And not a bad night for baseball, and even 70 degrees here at game time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
That's a pitch that you got to stay on top of, or else it'll take off on you just like that one did.
to short, hit hard. Gordon is up with it. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now, 2 away. With a moment now, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about elite defensive outfielders, this guy's at the top of anyone's list. Jason Hayward can cover ground. He's got an unbelievable arm. And when you're talking about defensive runs saved, there aren't a lot better.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Pollock has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. It's the American League nothing. National Leaguers coming to bat. It's the Major League Baseball All-Star Game exclusively on the show. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for them tonight, Steve?
Well, we know this is a pitcher's ballpark, so the guys in the lineup today, they're going to have to concentrate on hitting line drives, hit the ball on the ground, shoot for some gaps, and play small ball on the base pass just to score enough runs to win.
Felix Hernandez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, he does have a curveball. It's one of those sweeping curveball that just kind of sweeps across the plate, kind of like a slow slider.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look here at the lineup defensively for the American League. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, a guy to watch, Mike Trout. We always get enamored with his offensive capabilities, but defensively, he's just as enjoyable to watch. You see him make those highlight reel plays, going over the wall. We'll see if he does something here in this one.
D. Gordon comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Swinging a hard liner to short. Throw on to first by Tulowitzki is in time for route number 1. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing what that guy in the 5 spot can do. He does a lot of things right at the plate. He takes the simple approach, and it tends to pay off.
In now, A.J. Pollock, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. Looking up is Rosario. Gone! A solo shot here to left, and the NL is on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. In is Joey Votto now. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, you figure that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him going forward.
Yeah, I think it might even tell the story of how well he fares here tonight, because he's going to need to mix his speeds against a lineup like this. And once they start sitting on pitches, it could be trouble.
Now a swing and a miss by Votto, and he'll head back to the dugout as out number 2. And with that, let's take a look here at the lineup defensively for the American League. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier, he doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
Anthony Rizzo is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. We'll head to the top of the second. It's the National League 1 and the American League nothing. Leading off the inning, Josh Donaldson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Scherzer gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And you know, he's a guy that's definitely going to attack you with the fastball. He's got a good one, so why not?
Swing and a little blooper to center. Gordon ranging into the outfield. 1 down.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it. So he stays with it and pulls it in.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. Oh, and he turns on this fastball and sends it out to deep left field. And I would say he got just about all of that one as this ball is gone. A home run. A solo home run that time off the bat of Jose Bautista. And the AL has pulled even now at 1 run apiece.
Sometimes these pitchers, they let their egos get the better of them. Here, instead of working the corners, maybe using something with a little more movement, gives them a straight challenge. It winds up costing them.
Batting 6.
So here's Joe Mauer.
Minnesota Twins, first baseman.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And this one misses again to Mauer. 2-0 now.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too high. And it's 3-0. Brian Dozier will be next. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw to first is in time as Mauer becomes out number 2.
Batting 7th from the Minnesota Twins, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Two out, nobody on. Grounded to third. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knocks things up. On to the bottom of inning number 2, all even at 1 apiece. Nolan Arenado will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Arenado.
And they start him out away with a cold strike.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
Here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Batting 6th from the Chicago Cubs, left fielder, Jason Hayward.
Now to the plate, Jason Hayward. He'll get to take his first cuts here. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Trout at the track. The wall. Gone! A 2-run home run that time for Jason Hayward. And it gives the National League a 3-1 lead.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of
it. Buster Posey digs in here for his first appearance.
Batting 7th from the San Francisco Giants, catcher Buster Posey.
Ripped on the ground to first. Mauer's there, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting 8th from the San Francisco Giants, right fielder Hunter.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring in the right fielder, Hunter Pence. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Count 0-2.
Hit down the third base line. Backhanded. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
At the plate, Neil Walker, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, and this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him with a breaking ball this time. Misses down and in for a ball. 1-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Walker lays off there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Tap fouled at home plate. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Trout is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
D. Gordon will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
On the move is Pence. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning courtesy of this 2-run home run. We've played 2. It's the National League 3 and the American League 1. Jose Fernandez is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 16, Jose Fernandez.
Leading off the inning, Eddie Rosario. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Eddie Rosario.
To first, fielded by Votto. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Batting ninth, from the Minnesota Twins, catcher, Kurt Suzuki.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Kurt Suzuki. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. And no shot for Pence. This is going to land foul. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
Troy Tulowitzki will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
Yeah, he did hit it hard, but I'll tell you, as a hitter, you want to get down to first base. Nice swing, the attaboys, that doesn't go a long way.
In there, no balls and a strike.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
The 0-1 pitch. And Tulowitzki can't come up with that one as he falls behind 0-2 now.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Grounder down the line at third. And that's through for a hit.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Here's Manny Machado now. Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a liner. Foul. Drives it the other way to deep right. Back goes Pence to the track. He gets there, and that's the second out.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Mike Trout stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
First pitch on its way. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. A 3-run home run for Mike Trout as they take the lead 4-3.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Digging in to try it again, Josh Donaldson. He flew out in his last at-bat. To short. Right to Gordon. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. But the big blow of the inning comes right here. A 3-run home run. We played 2.5. It's the American League 4 and the National League 3. Leading off the inning, D. Gordon, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Houston Street will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for the American League, number 16, Houston Street.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Smoke toward the hole. And that is through into right field for a single.
Yeah, this might have caught a little too much of the inside part of the plate. I think he wants us in a little tighter, but didn't get it in all the way, and it winds up costing him.
Standing in now, A.J. Pollock pitches a cold strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And this is something that you're going to see a little more often when you've got a ground ball pitcher out there. A lot of managers like to start their runners to keep out of the double play situation, and that roll of the dice works out nicely here.
No one out with a runner at second. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
A lot of people think that pitch will burn straight down, but it will work back a little bit towards righties, like that one did right there.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Street's ready, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with two strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
In is Joey Votto now. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here. 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
And he looks at his sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone.
Boy, at the very least, if you're going to go down swinging. That's a tough way to make a second out when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Chopped foul right at home plate. Two out here and a runner at second. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. There's a swing and a high pop-up. And Mauer will look up and put it away, and that ends the inning. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista when we come back. It's the American League 4 and the National League 3. Steven Strasburg will be the new pitcher.
Pitching for the National League, number 37, Steven Strasburg.
And here is Jose Bautista now. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Jose Bautista.
High in the air out to center field. Pollock has a play. 1 out.
First baseman,
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a one-pitch out.
One gone now for the former catcher turned first baseman, three-time batting champ Joe Mauer. Strasburg steps into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball one. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Right side. And he is in there.
He just did everything right here on the mound. He made the good pitch. He got his guy to hit the ball on the ground. But baseball's just a little bit like life. You know, things don't always go your way. And this is going to be an infield single as he reaches here with one away.
Brian Dozier stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike one.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first, and he's nailed for the second out. Big mistake there. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Taken high and deep to right. Hence, ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. It's a solo shot here from Brian Dozier. And it's now 5-3.
Well, no doubt that's a mistaken location right there. At the plate, his eyes were probably lighting up watching that one come in.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario.
Left fielder, Eddie Rosario.
As Strasburg will get ahead of him here with strike one.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
He pulls this one into right, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more of our All-Star Game coverage in a moment. Leading off the inning, Nolan Arenado. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball one. One 0 count. Here it is. To third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other. One away.
The left fielder, number 22, Jason Hayward.
Ready to take his hacks again, Jason Hayward, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Well, I think he proved that he can turn on a pretty good fastball and hit it out of the ballpark, so you need a different approach in this at-bat.
Dallas Keuchel is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 60, Dallas Keuchel.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High pop-up. Donaldson is there for it. He's got it, and there are two down now.
Now batting, the catcher.
Now he comes right in out of the bullpen and gets a pop-up on the first pitch he throws. Now that's what you call pushing the right button.
Striding into the box, Buster Posey. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Kurt Suzuki will start it off when we come back. We played 4 full. The American Leaguers on top, 5-3. Zach Greinke will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for the National League, number 21, Zach Greinke.
And there is Kurt Suzuki. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Kurt Suzuki.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. Greinke's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And he takes a called strike two.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
This is a very good approach here with 2 strikes. It's a smart approach. You know, he's not trying to come out of his shoes here. He just makes a good 2-strike adjustment and delivers a nice solid base hit. That's how you do it.
Troy Tulowitzki will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Hard liner toward short. And a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by.
And these guys would like nothing more than to add on to their 2-run lead. Back-to-back hits have them in business to do just that.
Manny Machado will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Here comes the first pitch. Shot towards second. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Yes, he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over. And he's able to jump ahead.
Goodness, 0-2 now.
One thing you've got to be aware of as a hitter is he's going to give you a bit of a variety up there. He's got 5 pitches, and he's going to use all of them.
That misses 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
And the way this inning's gone, his eyes had to be lighting up on that pitch, but all he could do was pop it up.
Josh Donaldson digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
And in a spot like this, first and second with two-way, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound. He'll bear down and start finding the corners of the strike zone. Makes it very hard for you to score runs off him.
Swung on and chopped up the middle, and a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. Hunter Pence will start things out when we come back. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the American League 5 and the National League 3. And there is Hunter Pence. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Right fielder, Hunter Pence.
Nope.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Full count. 3-2.
And this is a nice job so far out of that number 8 hole. Taking some pitches, trying to get on leading off the inning.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And that's what I'd call an intelligent at-bat right there. It's good knowledge of the strike zone, and more importantly, of how the home plate umpire calls the strike zone. Got himself a leadoff walk.
Neil Walker is into the box for his 2nd appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And there goes Pence. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
Not a bad time to go there. He just walked you. Now he's falling behind the next guy. So you figure he's going to be focused on trying to throw a strike more than he is keeping someone close.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
But that is just picture perfect right there. You know as a hitter that you're going to want to make sure you hit it to the right side to get that runner to third base. But if you do it well enough, you get yourself a base hit to go along with it. Check it out. He lets this pitch get almost past him, but then he manages to still get good contact and send it into right field for the base hit.
D. Gordon will stand in, and his guys have got something cooking now with 2 on and nobody out.
And down by 2, this is a good opportunity to try to put yourselves level.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And with his speed, contact probably means a run right here. So that's got to be his only thought process at the plate.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. This is line to left. And that is down for extra bases as this will get 1 home and maybe 2. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. Around third and being waved on home. And he will score as well.
And you can pretty much see this starting to set up out there right about when he hit first base. Remember, this guy can absolutely fly. So he just put his head down and he said, I ain't stopping. And he makes it all the way around to score for the inside the park home run.
Into the box, A.J. Pollock takes this the other way to right. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, 1 pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Chris Sale will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Chris Sale.
And now K-Rod Francisco Rodriguez is up throwing in the bullpen. In is Joey Votto now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. The 1-0 delivery. He's running towards second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
Well, I think we all know this guy is the whole package out there. He's homered earlier in the ball game. Now he shows off those wheels by taking second here on the stolen base.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. Third strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, as he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. And he can't track it down. A base hit. The run scores from second. Now a 7-5 game.
Another run home to score in the inning, and it's not going to be charged to him, but still, he's got to find some way to get his guys out of this already.
Nolan Arenado will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Some would say he's showing good patience here, waiting for his pitch. But as a number 5 hitter, I think you need to make something happen.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these 3 pitches. You could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. And this is fouled at the plate. One and one, here it comes. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Underhanded flip on to Tulowitzki at second for the force, and that'll end the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 5 innings complete. The NL leads it 7-5. Clayton Kershaw will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 22, Clayton Kershaw.
Jose Bautista will stand in here hoping to duplicate what he did back in the second inning as we flash you back to take another look at his solo home run that helped get this offense rolling. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Pollock at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, I got to tell you, that's not the way you're hoping to make an entrance into this ball game. First batter he faces, and bang. This ball just about leaves the yard, winds up hitting off the outfield wall, and now he's going to have to deal with a runner on second base.
So here's Joe Mauer. Now a swing and a fly ball. Hayward will get there as he makes the catch in foul territory for the first out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Brian Dozier. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only one.
Yeah, you know, sometimes guys get caught up in thinking about being the big hero. The key here, though, is just keep it simple. See the ball, hit the ball. Usually the best results come with that mindset.
Jose Altuve will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away. Lifted in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Pollock. Two gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off, and he makes the play easily.
Eddie Rosario comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it was an absolute showstopper. All you can do is get back up there and try to hit the ball hard once again.
Nelson Cruz will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and two away. Line drive to left. And he will run this one down as he pulls it in around the letters, and the inning is over. 4 pitches all it takes to retire the American League. They're down 7-5. Jose Altuve will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Now playing second base, number 27, Jose Altuve.
Nelson Cruz will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Buster Posey will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. hit the other way out toward right field. Bautista is under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Hunter Pence digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Fastball in there for a called strike. 1 out, nobody on. And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here, 0-2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Sale has his target. Here's the 0-2. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Not too happy about that decision down there at first base. We're going to check it out again here on show motion. Boy, that was a tight call. You know, one way or another, someone wasn't going to be happy about that.
Here's Neil Walker. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And he looks like a new man out there as this is swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
The 1-2 pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Hit hard to short. Tulowitzki is up with it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the National Leaguers. They're still up 7-5. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. National Leaguers leading this one as we get ready for the 7th. But first, let's have a look at our game summary for the first 6 innings. Santiago Casilla is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
46, Santiago Casilla.
Leading off the inning, Kurt Suzuki, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Hot shot to third. Gloved by Arenado. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 2, Troy Tulowitzki.
Troy Tulowitzki digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Casilla pauses. First pitch on its way. On the ground to third. Arenado has it. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here. 2 away.
Well, how about this out of the bullpen? 3 pitches, 2 outs. Can't do a whole lot better than that.
Manny Machado digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Five runs, 9 hits, 1 error in the contest for the American League. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. American League goes down in order. They're down 7-5. Alexi Ramirez is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Alexi Ramirez.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
Ender Inciarte will come off the bench now as he'll pinch hit with the runner at second and nobody out.
Inciarte.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Very weakly on the ground. Foul ball, strike 2. A runner at second, nobody out. Lifted in the air to center field. Trout waits on it. He's got it 1 away.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Chris Carter will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with 1 away.
Chris Carter.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Surprising to you guys that it looks like they're going to pitch to him?
It is to me. I mean, I wouldn't go anywhere near this guy with a base open.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And now he'll bluff a move back to second base just to make sure the runner wasn't getting any ideas out there. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. One out and a runner on second base. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Francisco Cervelli will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
You know, it's just so tough to pick out a pitch that you want against a guy like this. Everything he throws is either on a corner or moving like crazy. He's not the kind of guy that's going to give you a lot of options up there to hit.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Matt Carpenter will see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here. Out in front of it, strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Here's the 0-2. Grounded back up the middle, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8th inning coming up. The NL leads this one 7-5. Alexi Ramirez will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 10.
Ender Inciarte will stay in the ball game as he takes over in center.
Number 11, Ender Inciarte.
Chris Carter will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Matt Carpenter is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now. Jake McGee will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
McGee.
Mike Trout will step toward the box here, and as he does, we flash you back to inning number 3 as you check out his 3-run home run, a big blow early on. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
McGee comes set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
The 2-1 on its way. Line to the right side. Pence is there, and he'll bring this one in. A look there at our all-star line score. The National League leading this one in the 8th over their American League rivals in a game that's certainly been an entertaining one to this point. Josh Donaldson will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But, hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Trevor Plouffe will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Trevor Plouffe.
Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Jose Bautista will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Yeah, he's swinging a pretty hot bat here. 3 for 4 now after the base hit. And that wasn't a little bleeder. That ball was smoked.
Joe Mauer will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
First pitch of the at-bat. That hits the outside corner. It's strike 1. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Jose Altuve steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
First offering on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, no way for him to be able to get out of the way of that one. And seeing as though he's the go-ahead run, probably wouldn't have tried too hard anyway.
So stepping in, Nelson Cruz, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Oh, now a line drive. This is going to get down. A potential game changer in the making. Bautista scores. Here's the tying run to score. And the run will score all the way from first. It's an 8-7 game.
Well, that's just flat out coming through big time as a hitter right there. Driving into late in the ball game to tie this thing up. But if you're the pitcher in this situation, you're not happy at all. And he is steaming out there.
Jonathan Papelbon will enter the ball game out of the pen as he'll look to get the final out here in the top of inning number 8.
Jonathan Papelbon.
In now, Kurt Suzuki. And this one gets away. And the recovery will not be in time as he's into third on the passed ball.
Wow, and this is just adding insult to injury now. It's already been a nightmare of an inning to begin with, and now giving up a run on a pass ball isn't going to help things at all.
Here's the 0-1. Here's a ball lined into left center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. In to score the runner from third, and that moves the lead to 2 here in the 8th.
Just a perfect swing right there. You'll see it head down, eyes right on the baseball all the way. Great extension. He just drives this thing into center field to score that runner from third.
Here's Troy Tulowitzki now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now on 2-0, we've got a fastball count. And we've got a good fastball hitter. That might spell some trouble if he indeed gets one out over the plate.
4 runs here in this half inning. Down the third baseline. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The AL out in front here, 9-7. Trevor Plouffe is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Number 24, Trevor Plouffe.
Bryce Harper will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. Aroldis Chapman is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Chapman.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And I'll tell you, this is a great matchup. A couple of alpha dogs out there. That probably won't be the last fastball we're going to see.
And it's quickly 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope,
and he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
It's not fun for righties to hit against this guy. For left-handed hitters, it's really not fair. I mean, how are you supposed to hit a pitch like that? Simple answer is, you don't.
Buster Posey will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
Just no chance to pull the trigger on that one. It just got on him too fast.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
I'd say he's made a pretty good impression since coming on. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the inning.
Hunter Pence stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Ran it in on the fists. 0-1.
Oh, he's got him eaten right out of the palm of his hand now. 2 strikeouts already here in the inning. And now he gets the 3rd guy to go after a first pitch out of the strike zone.
And could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
You talk about coming back with a shutdown inning. How about striking out the side to give your guys a little bit of a lift? He's 1 pitch away from doing just that.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back at Petco Park in just a moment. Bryce Harper will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 34.
Kenley Jansen will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Kenley Jansen.
Striding in to start the 9th, Manny Machado, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Manny Machado.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Jansen's ready. 1-1 on its way. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Line toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. No one out with a runner at second. To the hole left side, and it's through, a base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
He's got to be out there on the mound thinking, what is going on here? He comes in from the bullpen, throws 2 pitches now, and he's given up a double and a single. Makes you wonder whether he'll even get a chance to throw a 3rd pitch.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Left side, taken in by Carpenter to Walker for 1. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
You know, it looked like they might have had a big inning brewing here with first and third to start things out. They do get a run home here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista, as he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. The 0-1 on its way. Line to left. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one.
Oh, that's just a nice play out there in the corner. You know, with most guys, this is a sure double. But he might even have hit this ball a little too hard because they can get it back into the infield quickly, and that's going to hold him to just a single.
So here's Joe Mauer as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases.
Well, you'll see how late he is on this fastball. I mean, he nearly takes this out of the catcher's glove, but somehow he's able to steer it fair down the line, and he cruises in with a double.
Jose Altuve will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
This is a guy that's got to understand his abilities here. He's got the speed to beat out any ground ball, but he's taking uppercut swings trying to go yard.
Oh, that grounder got him. No play as the run comes in to score, and we're all hoping he's going to be okay on the mound.
Well, you know all the infielders are taught to try and knock a ball down in that RBI situation. But here on the mound, I don't think he had any choice. This one comes back at him and gets him flush. And by the time they all scramble around to find the ball, they have no chance of preventing that run from scoring.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. There goes the runner. Pitch swung on and missed. And they'll put the tag on him here, and your guess is as good as mine as to what that was all about. But I do know this. The inning is over. So 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. It's the American League 11 and the National League 7. Leading off the inning, Neil Walker, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Into the windup and the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Yeah, up by 4 in the 9th. You want to make sure these guys don't get any momentum on their side, so that's an important first out there.
Andres Blanco will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. In there at the knees, strike 1. Credit where credit's due. This guy's done a good job out of the bullpen.
No question. He's been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, and that's usually a fastball.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cruz on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
And with all the runs that have scored tonight, you'd think that ball would have had some carry to it. I don't think he got that one flush, though.
Ben Revere will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Close, but it's not over yet. That's ball 2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking on the final out, so that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this ball swung out and hit to center field, and this should do it. Trout is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, he had to work 2 full innings to get it done, so he might be a little more sore than usual tomorrow, but he's going to take it as he finishes this thing off and earns the save.
And in an all-star game atmosphere like this, it can sometimes be hard to single out one player for an MVP award, but the writers here have spoken as you get a look at our all-star game most valuable player presented by Topps.
And I don't know if this was a unanimous selection or not. There's probably some writer out there who disagrees, but he's a worthy all-star game MVP in my book. And I think all 3 of us put his name down at the top of our ballots.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The American League wins this thing 11-7. Good night from San Diego.